गुज़िश्ता रोज़ अमरीकी सेनेट में पेश किए जाने वाले बिल पर पाकिस्तान ने अपना खूब रद्द-ए-अमल ज़ाहिर किया और कहा कि इससे दोनों ममालिक के ताल्लुकात ख़राब होंगे। गुज़िश्ता रोज़ अमरीकी सेनेट में रिपब्लिक सेनेटर की जानिब से बिल पेश किया गया, जिसमें अफ़गानिस्तान के इलाके पंजशीर में पाकिस्तानी मुदाखलत के हवाले से तहकीकात का, जबकि तालिबान का साथ देने वालों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई का भी मुतालबा किया गया था। जबकि इस पर अमेरिका के जनरल्स भी पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ हो गए हैं और पाकिस्तान पर पाबंदी का मुतालबा कर दिया है। इस पर पार्लियामेंट में एक सेशन हो रहा है, जहां पर कांग्रेसमैन अपने जनरल से सवालात पूछ रहे हैं और इन सवालात में उन्होंने इन जनरल्स को खूब लताड़ा है। कांग्रेसमैन ऑस्टिन यहां पर पूछते हैं कि आप पाकिस्तान पर इल्ज़ाम तो लगा रहे हैं कि पाकिस्तान ने पंजशीर में मुदाखलत की है, लेकिन क्या आपके पास इसका कोई सबूत है कि पाकिस्तान ने कैसे मुदाखलत की? जिस पर जनरल मैकेंजी घबरा जाते हैं और जवाब देने से गुरेज करते हैं, जिसमें कांग्रेसमैन ने कहा कि क्या मैं इसको हाँ समझूं? ये वीडियो देखें आप।
Do we have any evidence, intelligence or otherwise, of Pakistani troops on the ground, intelligence officers, air support, or any troops on the ground assisting the Taliban, or command and control assisting the Taliban offensive?
I'd prefer to answer that question in closed session.
I'll take that as a yes. And Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Walsh, your time has expired.
that's not going to go to a civil war. It's going to go to a regional war.
दूसरी जानिब कांग्रेसमैन मैट गेट्स अपनी आर्मी पर खूब बरसे हैं। उन्होंने कहा कि तुम्हारी नाकामी पर तुम्हें निकाल देना चाहिए था, लेकिन शुक्र करो इस वक्त अमेरिका में एक कमज़ोर तरीन सदर है जो ऐसा करने से कासर है। ये सब तुम्हारी वजह से हुआ है। तुम्हारी वजह से हम अफगानिस्तान में हार गए, ना कि किसी और की वजह से। ये वीडियो भी आप देखें।
February 26, 2020, House Armed Services Committee, General Mark Milley. We know we're not going to defeat the Taliban militarily, and they're not going to defeat the government of Afghanistan militarily. You really blew that call, didn't you, General?
I believe that that was a issue of strategic stalemate, and that if we had remained in Afghanistan with the advisory levels of effort, then the government of Afghanistan.
Well, that's an interesting answer to a question. It's just not one I asked. You spent more time with Bob Woodward on this book than you spent analyzing the very likely prospect that the Afghanistan government was going to fall immediately to the Taliban, didn't you?
Not even close, Congressman.
Oh, really? Because you said right after Kabul fell that no one could have anticipated the immediate fall of the Ghani government. When did you become aware that Joe Biden tried to get Ghani to lie about the conditions in Afghanistan? He did that in July. Did you know that right away?
I'm not aware of what President Biden.
You're not aware of the phone call that Biden had with Ghani where he said, whether it is true or not, we want you to go out there and paint a rosy picture of what's going on in Afghanistan. You're the chief military advisor to the president. You said that the Taliban was not going to defeat the government of Afghanistan militarily, which, by the way, they cut through them like a hot knife through butter. And then the president tries to get Ghani to lie. When did you become aware of that attempt?
Well, there's two things there, Congressman, if I may. One is what I said was the situation was stalemate, and if we kept advisors with there, the government of Afghanistan and the Army would have still been there. That's what I said. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. But
it seems wrong now with
well,
the Taliban in
we
control.
withdrew all the
Question
we
for
withdrew all the
Secretary Austin. Secretary Austin, are you capable of assessing whether another has the will to fight?
No, we're not, and that's the point that the chairman made earlier. So.
That's just like an incredibly disappointing thing for the Secretary of Defense to simply say, I can't assess whether someone has the will to fight, but it is consistent with your record. I mean, during the Obama administration, I think they gave you about $48 million to go train up some folks in Syria to go take on the Assad government, and I think your testimony was that only 4 or 5 survived first contact with the enemy. So what confidence should this committee have in you?